Hello class, my name is Vijay and today's topic is going to be about tenses. And the objectives we're going to learn today are what are tenses, different types of tenses, how to use tenses in a sentence. Well, let's start with the first topic. What are tenses? Well, tenses are basically a verb that defines a time or an action at a particular moment. And tenses are really important in our daily conversation and is a really important topic in English grammar. So it is important to learn our tenses to use these in our conversations properly. So let's take the first three basic tenses: the past tense, the present tense, and the future tense. So let's look at the past tense. So what can define a sentence in a past? Let's look at it. Have already happened. So basically, an action or a moment which has happened yesterday or any time before today is considered as past. And in a sentence, if we have to address an action which has happened in the past, we address it like this: I wrote the letter yesterday. So this sentence shows us that this action, the action here is wrote, and the time here is yesterday. So this has happened yesterday. So this phrase or this sentence is past tense. Now, let's move on to present tense. What is present tense? So anything or any moment or again any action which has occurred today or happening right now is considered as present. And let's have an example of a present tense. I write the letter. So what's happening here? So what is the action here? The action is write. And the time here is I write the letter. So basically it's happening right now. He is writing the letter. So this is the present tense. And let's move on to the future tense. So as you already know, future is anything which will happen tomorrow or anytime or anything which is not today is considered as future tense. And let's take an example. I will write the letter tomorrow. So what is the action here? I will. So he's stating that he is going to write the letter. So he's not writing it now, he will write it. And the time is tomorrow. So this indicates that it's going to be the future. So this sentence is based on future tense. Alright students, so let's move on to another basic example of past, present and future tense. Alright? So let's take one more example of past tense. He studied English. Now, you can clearly see that studied is the action, and that has already happened. So this sentence is past tense. And the present tense, he studies English. So here we can see that again, that this action here is studies. So he is doing it at the moment. So this is present tense. And one more thing you got to understand while you are writing a sentence in present tense is when you're referring to a third person, you should always add an S to your action. So you can't write he studied English. It should always be he studies English with an S here. That is really important, and you need to keep that in mind. Alright, let's move to future tense. He will be studying English. Well, the action here is he will. So he hasn't done it. He is not doing it right now, but he will do it. So this sentence clearly states that it is happening in the future. So this is future tense. Alright, students. So now that we have discussed the basic three tenses, the past, the present, and the future, and these tenses are going to be really important for you when you phrase your conversations with people. Alright, now let's move on to a few basic worksheets about these tenses. Alright, so let me take the first example. I dash the parcel yesterday, and you need to fill in the blanks with these options and the right option. So let's try it again. I had received the parcel yesterday, or I received the parcel yesterday, or I would receive the parcel yesterday. And the last option is I received the parcel yesterday. And by analyzing these options, we can come to know that the right answer is the second one, received, because this sentence, as we can see here, is based in the past. Like I said, always see the action and the time in a sentence to define your tenses. So the action here is yesterday, and which also indicates the time. So the perfect answer for this would be I received, which is also in the past. So I received the parcel yesterday is the right answer. Alright, students, so let's move on to the next example. The sun dash when we started our journey. So let's see the options. The sun shone when we started our journey. The sun was shining when we started our journey. The sun would shine when we started our journey. So again, when you are filling up these exercises, like I said, always spot the action or the time to verify your tenses. So what is the time here or the action? The sun dash when we started. So this is showing you that this has happened or is already happened in the past. So the perfect answer for this would be the sun was shining when we started our journey, because was has already happened and started has already happened. So the perfect answer for this would be was shining. So the sun was shining when we started our journey. And the next exercise is this. Yesterday, I dash a new laptop as my old one dash quite slow. So we need to indicate what type of tense this sentence is. And we need to look for clues. And the first clue is yesterday. So this action happened yesterday. So this is in past tense, right? So we need to find the correct answer for this. So let's try it out. Yesterday, I buy a new laptop as my old one has become quite slow. All right, let's try the next one. Yesterday, I bought a new laptop as my old one had become quite slow. Now let's try the third one. Yesterday, I dash, that is bought a new laptop as my old one is become quite slow. Doesn't sound right, is it? So let's try the last one then. Yesterday, I bought a new laptop as my old one have become quite slow. So in these four options, we can clearly see that the second option is the right one because it fits properly and it sounds accurate. So let's read it out with the right answer. Yesterday, I bought, which is in the past, a new laptop as my old one had become quite slow. So this is the right answer for this exercise. So let's move on to another one. If you dash ice, it dash. Alright, so let's look at the options. If you heat ice, it melts. Or if you heated ice, it melted. Or if you would heat ice, it melted. Or the final one is if you have heated ice, it was melted. So again, before we search for the right answer, we need to analyze the sentence again and check whether it is in past, present, or in the future. So let's see the clues. If you dash ice, it dash. So we can see that this is happening today or at the moment. So the person who is saying these phrases are saying it at the moment. So this is a present tense. So let's fill in the blanks with the correct answer. If you heat ice, it melts. So he's saying if you melt ice, if you heat ice, it melts. So this is in present tense. Alright, so let's move in to the last, maybe not. Alright, so I am dash on holiday to Spain dash. Alright, let's fill in the blanks again. I am today on holiday to Spain yesterday. Doesn't sound right, does it? Okay, let's move on to the next one. I have been on holiday to Spain today? No. So let's go to the third one. I am going on holiday to Spain tomorrow. And the final one, I am going on holiday to Spain yesterday. So we need to do the same thing we did for the few last exercises we completed. Again, we need to analyze the sentence and find out which tense does this belong to. Okay, I am going on holiday to Spain tomorrow. So we can see that the third one is the right answer. So I am going on holiday to Spain tomorrow. So this is based on future tense. So we can move on to the next one. And this is the final one. So let's see what tense the sentence belongs to. Alright? Alright. So let's read this. I will dash my homework next week. And let's fill in the blanks. I will done my homework next week, or I will doing my homework next week, or I will do my homework next week, or I will did my homework next week. So again, we can see that next week is in the future, so this is based on the future tense, and the right fill in the blanks would be I will do my homework next week, because do is also in the future tense, because if you're doing it, you're doing it in the present, and if you will do it, then it's in the future. So that will be the right answer. I will do my homework next week. Alright students, thank you so much for being patient with me today, and I hope you enjoyed my lesson on tenses, and thank you so much. Have a great day.